Hey everyone, Kaihatsu here. Okay, I have to say, Bowser is my favorite character from the Mario franchise. There's a lot we don't know about the guy. I mean, yeah, he's the tyrannical and weirdly lovable supreme leader of the Koopa Kingdom. And that's right, he's a king. I honestly forget that sometimes. I mean, he doesn't really act much like one, and a lot of the time in games, it's not really mentioned. He doesn't really wear any royal attire either. He wore clothes once in Odyssey? Wait, does that mean he's naked all the time? Anyways, though you might not think it, Bowser does have more in common with the average monarch than you might think, and that of course also extends to what he wears. In every single game he appears in, he wears these spiky metal armlets. I've always wondered why he wears them. Yeah, okay, a lot of dragons and monsters in games and other media wear decorative things to look more threatening or whatever. But think about this practically. These are spiky all around. Surely you would end up hurting yourself just by moving around with these things on. So, does Bowser have a real reason to be wearing these other than to look more intimidating? Well, yes. I'm just going to say before I go further with this that I don't know if this is definitively the case, but it seems to line up rather well, and if nothing else, it should be interesting for you to learn about. These right here are armlets. These are a type of medieval bracelet which would be worn in pairs. The thing is that they have a very long history, so their use is a little vague, but it's thought that they originated from the Roman armile, a form of military decoration in the Roman Empire. These in turn seem to have come from the armlets worn by ancient Celtic and Scot warriors. There aren't many surviving examples of armlets or records of them, so there's much speculation as to their actual function. We believe they were worn for special events such as coronations, and we also think that they may have been worn outside of ceremonies, just normally, but we don't really know. The oldest and most well-known pair were found in the tomb of Andrzej Bogolyubski, the Grand Prince of Vladimir Suzdal, who died in 1174. The armlets may have been gifts from Emperor Frederick I Barbarossa, who received an embassy from the Grand Prince in 1165. It is thought that the armlets probably fitted onto the shoulder of the wearer. They depict the resurrection of Christ using a technique of engraving known as champ-levé. Today, they are split between two different museums, the Louvre in Paris and the Germanisches Nationalmuseum in Nuremberg. The other two well-known pairs are part of the British Crown Jewels in London. The older pair belonged to King Charles II. These armlets are decorated with images of the Tudor rose and the thistle, the national flower of Scotland. The newest pair were created for the coronation of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in 1953, replacing the previous pair which had been in use since 1661. They are flush 22-karat gold bracelets with velvet on the inside, engraved with "Presented for the coronation of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II by the governments of the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Pakistan, Ceylon, and Southern Rhodesia." Although the exact purpose of the armlets during coronation has become unclear, the wording of the ceremony does refer to the bracelets of sincerity and wisdom, and the armlets are thought to relate to ancient symbols of knighthood and military leadership. They are also symbolic of the bond uniting the sovereign to the people of the kingdom. Most British monarchs, however, have not worn them when crowned. So, why does Bowser wear armlets? Well, like the description of the British armlets, they could represent the bond uniting Bowser to his minions and the Koopa Kingdom. Alternatively, it could be a symbol of military power and leadership. Or, like I mentioned earlier, we could just be giving them way too much credit when designing Bowser, and it could just be a stereotypical addition to make him scarier. Well, I'd like to think that they did put some thought into it. How about you? Let me know what you think by liking the video and leaving a comment. Also, here are the results of last video's poll, where I asked you whether you were more excited for Mario Maker 2 or Pokemon Sword and Shield, and you guys overwhelmingly voted for Mario Maker 2, with 88% of you favoring it over the new Pokemon titles. Honestly, that doesn't surprise me one bit. Anyways, see you next time.